Okay, so hopefully you've been through the converting between the decimal system and those other bases. So there are about 3 videos did to explain that. And now what we're going to start doing is adding and subtracting. We'll start with the adding in these other bases. So it's really going to make you think. We're going to start with base 10, just like we did with the converting. Yeah, this adding and subtracting in other bases, it's going to make you think. You really don't need your calculator for this, though. But in my traditional classes, my students say that their head hurts after this lecture. Nice. But anyway, it's not that bad. Let's start very basic. I know this is going to take you back to grade school. I don't know what. My daughter's in 2nd grade, and she was doing this. All right, let's start with the decimal system. We always, again, start to the decimal system because you're going to revert back to this to do it in the other bases. Right? Decimals, base 10. That's what we're all used to. Now, we're going to be adding. So if I wanted to take 5608, okay, this is 5,608. And let's say I wanted to add 3719. Alright? This is taking you back to what, 2nd grade. My daughter was doing this. You take 8 plus 9 is actually 17, but you don't write the 1 and the 7 down here. You put the 7 down and carry your 1 forward. That 1 in the next decimal place actually represents the 10 that's carried forward. Alright? So you put the difference between the base and this total. That was 17, so you put the 7 down there and the 1 up here. Okay, 1 plus 1 is 2. That's okay. 6 plus 7 is 13, which is 3 more than your base, which you carry forward, like that. 1 plus 5 plus 3 is 9. Alright, 9327. That seemed very elementary, which I'm sure it was, but you're going to have to refer to this when we switch to these other bases. Okay, let's try octal. Octal, remember, is base 8. Alright, and don't forget that we can only use for octal digits 0 through 7. So I'm going to add these 2 numbers together. Whoops, yeah, that was a plus. Okay, let's do 5, 6, 0, 4. And let's add the 3, 7, 1, 2. And both of these are base 8. Base 8. Alright, they have to have those bases on them, or else it's in the decimal system. Those bases are going to tell you what base that you're in. Alright? So, watch this. 4 plus 2, yes, is still 6. 6 is a good digit in base 8, so we don't have to worry about carrying. 0 plus 1 is still 1. Watch this, though. 6 plus 7 is 13. You don't put a 3 there and carry a 1. That's in the decimal system. 13 is 5 more than your base. You carry that base forward because we're 1 position over, so you're only carrying 1 base forward. But the number that you put down here is the difference between whatever this sum is and your base. This was 13, which is 5 more than the base we're carrying forward. Alright, 1, 5, and 3 is actually 9, which is 1 more than the base that I have to carry forward. Alright, so this 1 comes straight down. This is my answer, and it is in base 8. Just like that. It's a little tricky the first time that you do it, so you have to do it slowly. You have to do it halfway neatly, and you might want to watch this video a couple times. Alright, let's try binary. Binary is not too bad because there's just zeros and ones, but it can get a little tricky, especially with the subtraction. But let's try binary. Again, I'm watching my time. I'm at 5 minutes. It's okay. Binaries, base 2. Alright. Let's do this. How about, this looks like 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Obviously base 2. Alright, you have to be really careful, and I'm going to go backwards to do this one because it has to be right justified. Got 3 ones, 1, 1, 1, and then a 0 and a 1. Okay, the operation is add. This is still base 2. I had a student ask me if I'd ever have to add like something that's base 2 and something that's base 8 together. No, I wouldn't make you do that. You'd have to like do a conversion, then add them together. Well, I'm just going to have you add within the same base. Okay. Alright, so watch this one. With the zeros and the ones, you have to be very careful that stuff is lined up. These columns are straight. Alright, so now remember that you can't have any 2's down here, can't have any 3's or anything like that. So I'm adding 1 plus 1 is 2, yes, but you cannot use the digit 2. 2 is actually 0. It's actually equal to your base, so you put a 0 there and you're carrying your base forward. Right, it's just like if this were a 10. 5 plus 5 is 10, you'd put a 0 there and carry the 1 forward. Alright, 1 plus 1 is 2, which is my base, so it's 0, carry 1 base forward. 1 plus 1 is 2, which is a 0, and you carry that forward. Alright, again, 1 plus 1 is 2, so it's a 0, and you carry it forward. Watch, we'll have a 3 over here in a minute. 1 plus 1 is 2. Alright, 0 goes down here, we carry that forward. Okay, here's something different. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. 3 is 1 more than the base, which you have to carry forward. Right, it's just like if I got an 11 up here. If I added 5 plus 6 and got 11, I would have 1 down here, which is 1 more than my base, and carry that forward. Alright, 1 plus 0 is 1. That's okay. 1 plus 1 is 2, which is 0. Carry that forward. 1 plus 1 is 2, which is 0. Got to carry that forward and bring that down. Right, that's a long, long answer, but that's okay. All of that is base 2, and you would circle all of this for your answer. Now on your test, when you're doing this, I need to see, these little ones up here. Otherwise, I'm going to think you either went to a different website, or I don't know if the calculators change these bases for you. I don't think that they do, but that's why I want to see some work. Alright, where you're carrying things forward, and especially when you get to the subtraction, you're going to be borrowing stuff. So, be very careful with that. Alright, this one's around about 8 minutes. Let me cut this one, and then I'll do hexadecimal for you, and then we'll do some subtraction in the next video.